What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life, and we've had the Pixel 7a for 4 months now. And I just want to speak to my experience with this device. I know a lot of times we get into analytics, specs, and things of that nature, but sometimes it's best to keep it simple, and this device is very simple, and sometimes I think that's underrated. Let's get into it. With the Pixel 7a, $499, I bought it MSRP. Now, with that being 4 months ago, the device definitely, you can find it on sale, you can find it on the used market cheaper. At this price point, this device, my expectations were not that high of this device because I've used other devices under $500 and they are not the best. But my user experience with this device was way better than I expected, and I think this is a great device for folks that are not trying to spend too much money on a smartphone but still want a good Android experience. With this device, as far as cameras go, you're gonna get a good experience taking pictures and catching some 4K videos because Google actually uses computational photography, so it has a decent sensor on this device, and at the same time the computational photography and the information that Google has will process the picture in a way that is very pleasing aesthetically. Even though this is a budget phone under $500, I have taken product shots because the pictures from this device are so aesthetically pleasing. And also, if you're a person of a darker skin color, this is one of the best selfies that you're gonna get because Google's computational photography also works well with darker skin colors in the processing that goes into that. A lot of phones at this price point, you're definitely gonna take a hit when it comes to cameras, but with a Pixel 7a, you're not taking that hit at all. You're definitely gonna get some of the best pictures that you've ever seen. And we know that from Marquez Brownlee actually doing a blind camera test with a Pixel 6a, winning a lot of categories because the computational photography just make the pictures aesthetically good. Now, as performance goes, performance on this device, a lot of times when you're dealing with budget phones, they're laggy and things of that nature. This is a smooth device. We got the Tensor G2, Google's flagship processor that's in all its devices this year and last year in this device. And in this device, in this budget form factor, it runs really well. So when you got a lot of laggy budget type devices that can't run games, or you know, it's not as fluid and there's no 90 Hz screen like in this device actually has a good user experience, and you're gonna always get the latest Google updates because Google takes care of each of their devices. Every time an update come out, it's across the whole line, and you still got that same processing power, so you don't have to worry about getting an update that's gonna tax your device too much because it has the powerful processor of all the other Google Pixels. Shout out to Google. When you got an in-house processor, you can do things like that, and that uniformity leads into a better user experience. Now, when it comes to the build of this device, I like how Google keeps their devices uniform. When you look across Google's line, all these devices look like pixels. It's nothing cheap about this device. It is made out of plastic. Some of the other devices are made out of slabs of glass, but actually I feel like this is more durable. When it comes to plastic, this actually feels like glass. I didn't realize it was plastic till after I was told it was plastic. Still a premium build on this device, and as you can see, I have an exclusive colorway core that I think looks amazing. Now, the aluminum frame rail actually matching the colors of the devices also was a nice touch from Google. Also, they cleaned up the camera bar from the Pixel 6a, which just make this device look a lot more quality and premium. So you don't have to worry about, because you got a 7a, the more affordable Pixel, it looking cheap or cheesy. It's actually a decent looking and decent feeling device, and it will pass for just a minimal premium device these days. As far as the display, you're still gonna get that fluid scrolling feel because you could put this device in 60 Hz if you want better battery life, or you could put it in 90 Hz. And with 90 Hz, you're gonna get smooth scrolling, and it's not gonna be a bunch of hiccups and things of that nature because you actually have a really good processor for a budget device in the Pixel 7a. The screen is a 1080 OLED, and it's still good for watching content. The blacks get blacks. It's not a washed out display like you would see on a lot of budget devices. It actually is vibrant, and it can reproduce colors really good. When you look at the top of the display, normally on a budget display, you'll see a teardrop notch, which is connected to the bezel, which takes up room and is in the way. I'm glad that Google sticks with a pinhole across the board. Pixel 7a, Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro. It just aesthetically looks better, and it just doesn't get in the way of you trying to watch content on a device. Expectations and money go hand in hand. When you don't have to spend that much on a device, you don't have huge expectations. So I didn't have huge expectations for this device, and what happened is this device actually exceeded my expectations a lot, just with the user experience, what I was able to do, how fluid it was, and how good the pictures are. A lot of times you spend $500 on a phone and you can't say that. So that's why I say this is the best Pixel, because it's the cheapest Pixel, but you get a really great experience and you still get the processor from the bigger Pixels. Only one drawback to this device that I would say is the charging. You do get wireless charging on this device, but it's very slow. You do get wired charging and it's very slow. And at the same time, the battery life, for this to be a minimal device, I'll kind of give it a pass. It's still a B-. It's still a little bit to be desired. I wish the battery life could just come up maybe about an hour screen on time on this device. But all in all, if I was walking around with under $500 and I needed a device and I wanted a go-to device where I could really utilize it as a smartphone and didn't want to do anything insane with it, I would definitely go ahead and pick me up a Pixel 7a. It's your boy BG Tech Life. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.